To be honest, it sort of freaks me out to be at this kind of altitude in this large of a vehicle on these small of roads. Good morning. I am getting ready today to take off and leave Colorado, leaving Denver, heading over to Portland to my sister's. On the way, I'm planning on stopping at 6 national parks and continuing my national park tour. As I mentioned in previous videos, one of 4 or 5 purposes that I have for the step van is to visit all of the national parks in the 49 states here in the continental US. So far this year, I've been to 6 national parks, and I'm adding 6 more on my way over to Portland. The plan is to head out from Lakewood, and first I'm going to Rocky Mountain National Park, which is just a couple hours north of Lakewood. And then I'm heading up into Wyoming to see 2 parks, Grand Teton National Park, and right next to it is the famous Yellowstone National Park. So I plan to spend at least a day in each of those. And probably eventually I hope to come back and spend a lot more time, several weeks in that area, hopefully next summer. And then traveling there, heading north to a new national park I've never been to before, Glacier National Park. And then I'm going to pass up into Canada on my way over to Washington State. And right on the border of Canada and Washington State is the North Cascades National Park. I've never been there. And then dropping down near the Olympia, Seattle area is the Olympic National Park. So that will be the last national park, and then I'll continue dropping south to Portland where my sister is. So this should be a really fantastic trip to a lot of wonderful, great parks. If you want to know where I'm at in my journey through the national parks, the video that I'm posting is a few days behind real time. You'll need to check my Facebook page, see the link below in the description, and you can find out where I'm at. But if you're along the path somewhere, I would very much be interested in meeting you, have tea or coffee, get together, just chat about step vans, chat about travel, minimalism, things along those lines. I always enjoy meeting people from my channel and getting more input and making some new friends. So feel free to check the Facebook page, link below, and find out where I'm at, and maybe we can meet up. I decided to stop for just a few minutes before traveling up into the Rocky Mountain National Park, and that's to mount my GoPro here on this partition wall behind me. This again is another one of my temporary phase 1 type solutions. I want to find some better brackets. I'm not sure exactly what, or maybe I'll just take a standard GoPro mount and mount it into this partition, which is also a temporary measure until I put a couple of pieces of square tubing going up with some metal mesh that'll be here that is really more standard for what you see in commercial vehicles. Anyway, I think this will be nice because I can just sort of reach up behind me and push the button on the top and start the GoPro, and it'll give a view of my dashboard as well as what I'm seeing outside. I'm going to try it out today. We'll see how it goes. I've reached the Rocky Mountain National Park. It is absolutely gorgeous up here. The little roads just driving up through the mountains and the meadows, and you can see snow-capped peaks in the distance. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the reasons I just absolutely love Colorado. It's for places like this. I like the dry air, the high mountains, the pine trees, beauty, wildlife. It's just absolutely gorgeous. If you have a chance, I highly recommend coming and seeing it. I've reached the Rainbow Curve Lookout. It looks pretty awesome. I just got out of my step van. I'm at 11,000 feet at the Forest Canyon overlook. You can see the parking lot behind me. And over here is a trail out to yet another overlook. This is just absolutely stunning up here. I'm above tree line and it is cold. I have 2 coats on now and I'm going to walk out here. I probably only want to be out in the cold for 5 or 10 minutes. It's just too cold. It is wonderful up here at Rocky Mountain National Park. I think that I'm going to head back down. To be honest, it sort of freaks me out to be at this kind of altitude in this large of a vehicle on these small of roads. Just going around the corners and then there's like 1,000-foot or 2,000-foot drop down off the edge. I'm getting a little bit of vertigo and it's freaking me out a little bit. So I'm going to head back down, just enjoy the drive and try to take it really slow and get back down below tree line and a little bit warmer weather. So anyway, I think I'm going to go down there and find some lunch and then maybe head back down to Boulder to a coffee shop and get online and then take a nap this afternoon. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.